Hello, my name is Professor John Benjamin. This is game design here at West Virginia Wesleyan College. So last lecture we talked about how to apply materials to geometry brushes and how to manipulate them. So I just want to take a brief moment here and to show you about landscape mode. So you can go up here to your modes palette and click on landscape. And right away we're going to get a nice landscape grid. And so in this case, what I want to do with this landscape before we even get started is I want to change, I want to put it so it's just below where we started here because I don't want to lose our stuff, put it below the landscape. So I'm just going to go ahead and move it. All right, so there's the landscape, and here is our landscape panel. So a couple of things that we want to start with. We want to know is how many quadrants do we want. 63 by 63 is just fine. And 1 by 1 per section. And overall resolution, that's fine. Now you can say fill world, so if I zoom out here a little bit, you can see it's actually not filling the world. So let's go ahead and say fill world, and it'll just kind of go on forever. I'd like to apply material here, so it's not just a gridded plane, it's got some grass. So let's go ahead and here add grass to the material. All right, and then I think we're feeling pretty good about that, so let's just go ahead and hit create. All right, and so now here we have a landscape. All right, and it's pretty flat, and you'll notice here you've got a brush, so your height map brush is selected. So if I zoom out, the current state of this brush, if I click, it's going to pull up a big mountain. All right, so I can also now come here and reduce the brush size, and I can make smaller mountains. You can just click or click and pull. All right, and then if I want to make a valley, I just hold the shift key down and I just hold or push and click, and there's a nice little hole there. Now you can change the strength of the tool, you can change the brush size, and then the brush fall off. So let's go ahead and decrease the fall off, and it's like a tighter or more has more edge to it. So now if I pull up, you can see it's more, and so typically you're going to want the fall off to be increased like so. All right, and then lastly, you can use the clay brush to kind of add a little bit more texture and detail. You just have to click versus kind of drag to use the clay brush. And you can create a pretty delightful landscape. All right, and that's just an intro to landscapes. We'll go into more detail about these later. Thank you for joining me.